Lite FM.
Hey, Christine Nagy here, Cubby and Christine in the morning on Lite FM. And we are so happy to have Michael Bublé join us. Hi, Michael. How are you?
Good morning, Christine. You look so nice and fresh and morningly. Is morningly a word? It is
Thank
not a
you.
word, but I have just made it up.
We're going to make it. Yeah, I think we should adopt it since I do a morning show. That sounds good. Thank you so much. Congratulations. You have so much wonderful news, new songs, new video, new baby on the way. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's a good day.
Oh yeah. I think I kind of like gave away the ending of the video, right?
Oh, that's okay. You know what? For me, that ending of the video was I loved it as obviously a really sweet and cool way for us to announce something that means everything to us personally. But it was honestly the cherry on top of a piece of art that I don't know that I've ever been prouder of anything I've ever been a part of or concept. You know, it's one thing as an artist to have an idea and to have a concept, but it is another thing when it's executed and it just is perfect. And I felt like I had written one of the greatest songs I'd ever written. I felt like hopefully it would bring hope to people and spread love and all that. And then to be able to make a video that I felt like it deserved, like to make this ambitious music video that was an epic. Remember in the 80s and 90s, you'd have these amazing epic music videos. And then kind of we moved away from that because people stopped with the videos as much. And it was like, it was so important to me. It was so worthy. And I got to tell you, people in my life said like, why are you doing this? Why are you? And I was like, well, because it deserves it. So the fact that it's come together like this, and in culmination with obviously us having the best news ever and expecting a new baby, I hope people like the video as much as we like making it.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna love it. They're gonna go crazy for it. So I just haven't met you yet is kind of like the prequel, right?
Yeah, it really well, and that's what this whole concept was the Michael Bublé or the Luis Sanalopileto cinematic universe finding its sequel and continuing the story.
Yeah, and the song I'll Never Not Love You, we're playing it on Lite FM. It's absolutely beautiful. So if you haven't seen the video, you take all of these beautiful, iconic, romantic moments from the greatest films in history, right? And the two of you are living it together.
Yeah, we live it together, and we're in all these scenes and these, these wonderful transitions and all this. And of course, we get to the end of the video, and at the very end of the video, you realize that once again, it was a daydream for me, and that we realized that the story has continued, except now there's an addition to the story.
Right.
For me, you know what's funny? My first idea was I love the M. Night Shyamalan movie Unbreakable, I think it's called, with Bruce Willis. And then I think like 12 or 13 years later, he did a film with James McAvoy called Split. And I remember getting to the end of Split, and all of a sudden they move down the bar, and you realize that as you see Bruce Willis's character that, oh my God, it's the sequel. It's the sequel. This is the same universe. And I was like, how cool would that be for me to close my eyes and to have Daniela, who is the cashier, who's the girl who played the cashier, and for me to wake up and go, oh my God, he's back in the same grocery store from Haven't Met You Yet. And oh my God, the story continues, And listen, we've been through so much, this family. And so personally for us, this was really emotional for us to tell the story this way.
I'm so glad. Thank you for sharing your story with us too, because as you said, a story of love and of hope when we need it the most, when, it's been a rough couple of years for everybody. So this is just pure joy. And you have a new album coming out along with this as well, right? We have to wait a little bit longer.
Wait a little bit longer. Yeah. The album is so spectacular that this is a really exciting time in my life, my family's life, because like I said, there's so many times when the concept isn't executed and it's close and, but then there are times like this when you just feel like everything just has come together. And I just brought the greatest group of musicians, writers. I mean, this record has been produced by Bob Rock and Greg Wells and Sir Paul McCartney. And I have songs with, I've written with Michael Pollock, and John Mayer's a co-writer, and Ryan Tedder, who wrote wrote the song Higher, which is, when people hear it, they're going to lose their minds. That'll be the second single. The only there was 3 songs that I wrote that were talked about for being the first single. It's the first time I've ever had that in my life. There's always been one that's, okay, this is the first, and the only reason that I'll Never Not Love You came first was because we felt that Higher was a better summer song, and it could have been either. So it's been a while. It's been a while since I've had this much excitement about a record.
This is phenomenal. And My Valentine, Paul McCartney's song that you covered and he produced, it's stunning. It is gorgeous. So is he everything we imagine him to be? He just seems like perfection, like this beautiful soul.
He is. He's number one. He is a beautiful soul. Number 2, I mean, now we all know. I mean, we knew for a long time, but now you watch that documentary, Get Back, and you really understand that he's just a genius. He's a musical monster, and he's just such a great musician. The fact is, I get really moved by the fact that someone that I admire so much and have so much reverence for trusted me with his art, and that meant a lot to me. That he believed in me enough to be part of it and to produce it and to take me under his wing, and it's pretty awesome.
What an incredible experience. It's wonderful. You do it justice. It's like I said, it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
And you're going to be doing, is it a residency in Las Vegas?
Yeah, we're going to do a residency. It's a short one. I didn't want to go, just like like many artists, I've been offered the long term, hey, do you want a theater? Do you want this and all that? And, but the only reason I made it so short was because I want to tour the world. And that has been my joy for the last 20 years, is going to the backyards of people in 50 countries in this gorgeous planet. And so the residency for me was a great way to build excitement for this record, to showcase the songs, to bring people in from all over the world, and to get to do it in one place and kind of build, because I'm going to have a massive world tour, and what a great place to be able to practice and put everything together. And nothing like Vegas, especially where you have a theater where you can sit everyone and you can really go for it and sort of put all the pieces together. It's a lot different when you tour and you bounce from city to city, and every day you're in a new city and a new country. It's not easy logistically to move all of the pieces, to have all the sets, to have all the the singers and the musicians and all the background. And you can really go crazy in a place like Vegas and have them all there in that one place and really start to set the tone for what a world tour is going to look like.
I mean, sounds fantastic. And I should mention Lite FM is giving away trips to see you in Las Vegas. So
that's a huge part. You know what I mean? That's how we build excitement.
Yeah. And so for the world tour, what's it like for you? Do you try and bring your family with you now? Because you do have a lot going on. You have a lot.
We do. Yeah. Well, my wife has a film that she's going to go do. So I'll be back and forth with her. She's got actually today, after these interviews, I go to the office and I sit with a big schedule, a big scary schedule, and we start to go through and we try to make it work for our family. And that means that I don't think I do it in the most financially responsible way. I know that it isn't. I know that if it was up to, say, my promoter or manager, I know what they do, and I know it's a lot different than what I actually do. But my rule has always just been family first, and that's just how it is. And even though sometimes it's not always monetarily the best, I can look back in my life and say, well, I could have made more, I could have played more shows, and I can live with that. What I can't live with is looking back and saying, damn, I wish I would have spent more time with my kids, and I wish I hadn't missed all of these beautiful moments and birthdays. As a parent, and other parents will understand this, I think you're as proud of your child's first poop in a toilet as you might be for winning 50 Grammys. I mean, and there's those little moments that, we talk about birthdays and we talk about first words. but there's a million of those moments when your kids are little that I think are the greatest moments of your life. And it goes by so fast. And if there was ever advice I could give to anybody out there, it's don't miss it. Don't miss it for anything. I don't care your work, your focus on other things. Don't miss it. It goes by so fast. And when you look back, I think you realize that you could miss the greatest moments of a lifetime.
Well, I'm so glad you're able to do it all. It sounds
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
And giving us such beautiful music, and again, beautiful experiences with the concert. And this has just really been great. So always a pleasure to talk to you, Michael.
You're so
Bublé.
sweet. Thank you.
Thank
You made my
you.
morning. You look like a
Aw.
morning angel with your curtains nice and
The light is shining through in just
and
the
you
right
look
way.
cozy. You look cozy as well. You look warm because it is cold.
It's a little chilly in New Jersey, yes.
Yes. Yeah, we're in a cold time of year right now.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Michael.
106.7 Lite FM.